Since the dawn of humanity, there have always been tales of those who possess a unique connection with the divine, the chosen ones. These individuals stand as beacons of light in a world filled with challenges, guided by a higher force that shields them in all circumstances. The life of a chosen one is not merely a physical journey, but a spiritual odyssey, where every obstacle, every adversity, is met with the unwavering confidence that an invisible yet tangible presence surrounds them. The divine protection bestowed upon the chosen is more than a mere notion or belief. It is a constant reality in their lives. This protection manifests as a radiant light piercing through the darkness, a light that not only repels the forces of evil, but also guides the chosen in their decisions and actions. It is as if an invisible shield envelops them, warding off any spiritual or emotional assault. However, this shield is not static. It is fueled by the inner strength each chosen one possesses, a strength that empowers them to overcome the most formidable challenges with unshakable faith. Imagine a moment when everything seems to be crumbling around a chosen one. For anyone else, it might be easy to succumb to despair, but for those with this divine connection, an inexplicable force emerges, an unseen hand that lifts them when they need it most. They may stumble, but they never remain down for long. This is the power of the chosen one's inner strength, an energy born from the certainty that a greater purpose is guiding their every step. Beyond mere protection, this light serves as a beacon for others. The chosen do not live solely for themselves. Their journey illuminates the path for those around them. In moments of despair, their presence radiates peace, security, and hope. Often unknowingly, the chosen become a source of inspiration for those seeking strength to face their own battles. They stand as living examples of how one can weather spiritual storms and emerge stronger than ever before. Yet this light surrounding the chosen has another profound effect. It is recognized by forces that dwell in the shadows. Just as darkness cannot exist where there is light, negative energies and malevolent forces retreat in the presence of the chosen. These shadowy entities may attempt in subtle ways to draw near, but deep down, they know they cannot prevail against the unyielding strength of a chosen one. They tremble at the certainty that any effort to harm or divert a chosen one is doomed to failure, for the divine protection surrounding them is unbreakable. The life of a chosen one is defined by this constant interplay between light and darkness, between protection and temptation. Yet in every spiritual battle, the chosen's inner strength, nourished by their divine connection, ensures they emerge victorious. The chosen's journey is far from easy, but it is rich with meaning, purpose, and a destiny they are uniquely ordained to fulfill. As they progress in their mission, the light they carry grows ever brighter, transforming them into true guardians of the light. They do not merely protect themselves, but also those around them, inspiring, guiding, and demonstrating that divine protection is real and available to those who embrace their role as the chosen. The chosen are not only safeguarded by a divine force, but they also possess something far more profound and transformative: a direct connection with the divine. This sacred bond transcends the physical world, linking them to a wellspring of wisdom and spiritual guidance. It is this connection that truly sets them apart, endowing them with a unique and precious gift: the gift of Natuifi. Discernment. Discernment is the ability to see beyond appearances, to perceive what is hidden from ordinary sight. For the chosen, this gift manifests as an almost unfailing intuition, an inner voice that whispers truths amidst the chaos. It is more than just a tool. It is a spiritual compass, guiding them through life's paths, steering them away from danger, and directing them towards the light. Unlike most, who can be easily deceived by illusions or lured by negative forces, the chosen possess the remarkable ability to patun fi, discern good from evil, with unwavering clarity. They see beyond the masks that often conceal malicious intentions and can recognize when a situation or person seeks to divert them from their true purpose. This gift of discernment functions as an inner beacon, illuminating their steps even in the darkest paths, safeguarding them from spiritual traps, and guiding them along secure, righteous routes. Yet, this gift is not solely for the personal protection of the chosen. It carries a far greater responsibility. The chosen are guardians of the truth. In a world where the lines between right and wrong blur, where dark forces strive to confuse and mislead souls, the chosen are those who can perceive the truth with precision and stand resolutely by its side. Their divine connection places them in a unique position of spiritual leadership, where their decisions and actions serve as a beacon of example and inspiration for those still seeking the light. This divine connection also lanskin idi poi strengthens their mission to protect what is sacred. The chosen are more than just individuals on a spiritual journey. They are true Quran keepers of the light. The light they carry does not belong solely to them, but is a flame that illuminates the path for others, helping to dispel the darkness that seeks to engulf the world. This responsibility sets them apart, for they are the bearers of a truth that many have yet to grasp. The truth that good will always prevail over evil, and that light, no matter how faint, can never be entirely extinguished. The gift of discernment also places the chosen in the role of trained protectors of vulnerable souls. They possess the ability to sense negative energies before they fully manifest, allowing them to act swiftly to neutralize these forces, whether through their words, actions, or even the simple presence of their light. Their connection with the divine grants them not only the capacity to safeguard themselves, but also to shield others, guiding those who have yet to develop discernment or who are lost in the shadows. Thus, this divine connection is both a gift and a responsibility. The ability to discern good from evil is not a power the chosen can wield lightly. It places them at the heart of a spiritual battle that rages around them every day. They are the Bafurifs, defenders of the light. And through their divine connection, they are able to uphold truth and justice, even amidst the darkest of forces. This connection with the divine renders the chosen untouchable by evil. No matter how strong the temptation or how powerful the darkness, the chosen can always see beyond the chaos and find the right path. The divine voice that whispers in their hearts never fades, and it is this voice that keeps them steadfast on their journey, protected and ready to face any challenge that may arise. The mission of the chosen is clear: to walk the line between good and evil, always discerning what is right, always defending the truth, and, above all, being the beacon of light that illuminates the way for all those still seeking their own connection with the divine. The presence of a chosen one in the world is not merely physical, it is profoundly spiritual. These individuals, uniquely connected to the divine, carry within them a powerful influence in the unseen realm, affecting both the souls in search of light and the dark forces that seek to dominate. The light that radiates from the chosen is a phenomenon that transcends human understanding, acting as a disruptive force in the spiritual world, stirring reactions that few are able to comprehend. The light of the chosen. functions as a beacon on the dark horizon of spiritual existence. For those seeking redemption, hope, or protection, this light serves as a guiding force, drawing them in and offering comfort. It is a silent, yet irresistible call for souls in distress to approach in search of healing and direction. The mere presence of a chosen one in any environment begins to transform the energies around them, purifying and elevating the spiritual vibrations, creating an atmosphere of peace and security. The chosen, often without realizing it, are healing and protecting those around them, guiding them back to the path of light. However, this same light that guides and draws in also serves as a warning to the forces of darkness. Demons and malevolent entities immediately recognize when a chosen one steps into their territory. To them, the light of the chosen is like a siren, signaling imminent danger. They know that no matter how much they may try to influence or attack, the presence of a chosen one forms an almost impenetrable barrier to their intentions. This light does not merely repel darkness, it intimidates evil forces, forcing them to either retreat or attempt to approach in a more subtle and manipulative manner. Demonic forces, by their very nature, seek to infiltrate areas where the light is weak, where doubt, fear, and darkness can prevail. Yet, the chosen present a formidable challenge to these entities. Their light shines with such intensity that it dismantles even the most cunning strategies of demons. They know that in the presence of a chosen one, their chances of success are slim. This fear of the light is not irrational. It stems from the understanding that as long as the light of the chosen shines, their schemes will be exposed and their influence nullified. It is essential to recognize that the light of the chosen is not merely a passive force. It actively works within the spiritual realm, dissipating darkness and revealing the true nature of negative forces. Wherever the chosen go, the darkness is forced into the open. No shadow is deep enough to hide from the divine light that accompanies them. Demons understand that they cannot escape this exposure, and, for this reason, they often seek to withdraw or, in desperation, attempt to attack the chosen indirectly by manipulating those around them. In addition to its repellent effect on evil forces, the chosen also attract the needy. Those who are lost, confused, or spiritually weakened are instinctively drawn to the presence of a chosen one. This attraction is not always conscious. It is an inner yearning for healing and guidance. The chosen, in turn, act as anchors, offering counsel, comfort, and a clear perspective on good and evil, even when it is not overtly expressed. Their mere presence is capable of easing the spiritual burdens of those around them. On the other hand, such a powerful light also brings with it great responsibilities. The chosen must always be aware of their influence in the spiritual realm, knowing that their light not only attracts those seeking help, but also provokes the forces of darkness. Demons and malevolent entities are ever vigilant, constantly seeking to undermine or obscure the light of the chosen, attempting to introduce doubts, fears, or distractions to divert their focus. However, it is precisely this ability to discern and remain steadfast in the light that makes the chosen so formidable. They possess a clear understanding of their role in the spiritual universe, not merely to survive the assaults of darkness, but to transform the world around them. Their light, unwavering and constant, serves as a perpetual reminder to the forces of evil that good always prevails, and as long as there are chosen ones, darkness will never claim final victory. Thus, the influence of the chosen in the spiritual realm is vast and profound. They are both shields and swords. In the invisible world, protecting and battling the forces of darkness wherever they may arise. Their light is a divine gift, serving not only to guide the lost, but also to repel evil. The presence of the chosen in the world is not merely an act of divine protection, but a demonstration of the power of light to Totatis, transform and conquer any darkness. Demons, traditionally seen as absolute symbols of destruction and chaos, possess far more complex motivations and behaviors than one might assume. In the spiritual context, they do not act solely with the intent to cause suffering and devastation, but often pursue their own agendas, which can include manipulation, deception, and, in surprising cases, even a satiety. Search for redemption. For the chosen, this dynamic with demons is intricate and requires a high level of discernment to avoid falling into their carefully laid traps. At their core, demons operate in the shadows, exploiting human and spiritual weaknesses. Their basic motivation is, without question, to corrupt and lead souls away from the divine light. However, the way they carry out this mission goes far beyond simple destruction. Manipulation and deceit are their most potent weapons, and demons know that a direct attack is not always effective, particularly against the chosen, whose spiritual protections render them nearly invulnerable to outright confrontations. Instead, demons resort to more subtle tactics, seeking to erode confidence, plant seeds of doubt, and exploit the deepest fears. The manipulation of the chosen. By demons is a game of patience. These dark entities know that the chosen possess an inner strength and a divine connection that make a straightforward approach difficult. Thus, they seek to find pratit, cheater cracks, moments of vulnerability or distraction through which they can plant seeds of corruption. This can occur through external influences, such as people unknowingly under demonic control, or through carefully crafted temptations designed to test the chosen's faith and spiritual resilience. However, not all demons share the same destructive agenda. There are those whose motivations are far more complex, particularly regarding their quest for redemption. These demons, having dwelled in darkness for eons, begin to realize that victory over good is, in truth, unattainable. Some, weary from their own shadowy existence, may desperately seek a chance at redemption, or at least an escape from an even worse fate. These demons are not free from their negative instincts, but they may view the chosen as a key to their salvation. For such demons, the chosen represent hope. They see in the light surrounding the chosen a possibility for forgiveness, or at the very least, a chance to soften their own condemnation. However, this search for redemption is rarely straightforward or pure. Even those demons who yearn for salvation remain creatures of deception. As such, their attempts to approach are laced with ulterior motives. They may present themselves as allies, offering aid in moments of need, but always with a hidden price. For the chosen, accepting such help may seem like an easy solution in times of crisis. But beneath this generous act lies a dangerous game being played. The challenge for the chosen, therefore, is to discern these hidden intentions. While some demons may genuinely seek redemption, many view their approach as an opportunity for manipulation, attempting to forge a connection or influence that could gradually undermine the chosen's light from within. They may play the victim, pose as repentant spirits, or even disguise themselves as benevolent figures, all with the aim of breaching the spiritual defenses of the chosen. This dual nature of demons, torn between destruction and the search for redemption, places the chosen in a position of constant vigilance. They must always be alert to the subtlety of spiritual interactions and the presence of conflicting motives. Here, the gift of discernment, as previously discussed, becomes indispensable. The chosen must learn to navigate the murky waters of these encounters, understanding that not all apparent aid is genuine, and that often a demon's true intention is to use the chosen for their own ends. These ends may vary. Some demons seek to avoid greater punishment in the spiritual realm, hoping to find reprieve through their association with the chosen. Others may attempt to subvert the divine system itself, manipulating the chosen to commit errors that weaken their connection to the light. In all cases, the ultimate goal is the same: to gain an advantage over the light and, eventually, corrupt the purity of the chosen. Demons possess a pretis, multifaceted motivation. They are complex beings, operating on a spectrum between the desire for destruction and a desperate search for salvation. Their tactics range from direct assaults to subtle manipulations, and the chosen, by their very nature, are always on the front lines of these interactions. To resist, the chosen must be armed with the gift of discernment, ever aware that, in the spiritual realm, things are rarely as they appear. The battle between light and darkness is a delicate dance, where even the darkest beings may approach disguised as allies. One of the most dangerous and insidious aspects of demons is their ability to disguise themselves and act with extreme subtlety. Contrary to the common image of openly malevolent and destructive creatures, demons often present themselves in far more deceptive ways, with the sole aim of deceiving and manipulating. These shadowy entities are masters of Akifu, disguises, that make their intentions seem benign, while in reality they are plotting to further their own advantage. For the chosen, this strategy represents one of the greatest challenges on the spiritual path. Demons, understanding that direct attacks on the chosen are often futile due to their divine protection, resort to manipulative tactics, building trust before attempting to corrupt. Disguised as friends, mentors, or even souls in need, they approach with sweet words and seemingly generous gestures. One of their most effective methods is to offer help during times of difficulty. For a chosen one facing hardship, the offer of assistance can be overwhelmingly tempting, especially when it appears to come from a trusted source. It is precisely in this offer of help that the danger lies. Demons are astute manipulators, and their actions are always driven by a hidden agenda. When they offer aid, it is never out of altruism. There is always a hidden price. It could be future influence, an attempt to control important decisions, or the planting of doubts and fears in the mind of the chosen. This initial help, which may seem like an immediate solution to a problem, often creates a subtle dependency, giving demons a direct path to undermine the chosen's confidence and spiritual strength over time. The demonic disguise is not limited to physical or visible forms. They manifest in subtle ways, influencing thoughts and emotions, and often through other people. They may hide behind well-meaning advice, seemingly harmless friendships, or even in professional and family relationships. Demons know how to exploit human vulnerabilities, fear, insecurity, doubt, to infiltrate the mind and heart of the chosen. Sometimes, even the intermediaries of these demonic influences are unaware that they are being used as tools of manipulation. Discerning these disguises is one of the greatest challenges for the chosen, particularly because demons rarely reveal their true intentions immediately. They act slowly, building a false sense of security and trust, only to later unveil their manipulative motives. This can range from attempting to divert the chosen from their divine purpose to sabotaging their most important relationships, sowing discord and confusion in their life. This is why the gift of discernment is crucial. The chosen must be vigilant and cautious, questioning the motivations behind every offer of help and each new influence that enters their life. Not every offer of aid comes from the light, and not every seemingly benevolent figure is there to help. It is often necessary to look beyond appearances and rely on spiritual intuition, a powerful tool the chosen possess to detect these disguised presences. Discernment allows the chosen to perceive what others cannot. Through it, they can sense when something is amiss, even if on the surface everything seems in order. This instinct is a divine gift, a direct connection to the truth that alerts them to the Fairin Han, hidden intentions, Chiefon of dark forces. Thus, when a demon tries to infiltrate in disguise, the chosen, through discernment, experiences an inexplicable discomfort, a subtle unease that signals something is wrong. By identifying these subtle tactics of manipulation, the chosen are empowered to resist dangerous influences and protect not only themselves, but also those around them. Often, they are the only ones in their circle able to perceive that a dark presence is attempting to infiltrate, and it is through their light and discernment that they can unmask these forces and prevent them from causing harm. However, resisting demonic disguises requires courage and confidence. The forces of darkness are persistent, and when they fail to deceive at first, they attempt to sow doubt in the chosen, causing them to question their own perceptions and intuitions. It is vital, therefore, that the chosen remain steadfast in their faith and in their connection to the divine, knowing that their light is strong enough to repel any attack, no matter how insidious. Demons are masters of disguise and manipulation, and their attempts to approach the chosen are rarely obvious. They offer help, seek to build trust, but always with the intent to later manipulate and corrupt. For the chosen, discernment is the most important tool for identifying these tactics. By Boyd, distrusting appearances and relying on their connection to the divine light, the chosen can see beyond the disguises and neutralize the subtle influences that seek to divert them from their true path. On the path of the chosen, one of the most subtle and dangerous forms of demonic influence occurs through social circles. Demons, aware of the spiritual strength of the chosen, often resort to indirect tactics, manipulating those around them, family, friends, co-workers, in an attempt to divert their victims from their divine purpose. These influences, quiet and disguised, can manifest in unexpected ways, using the vulnerabilities and emotions of those closest to the chosen to create distractions. Chentan conflicts. The people around the chosen may be unaware that they are being used as instruments of influence. They may unknowingly act in ways that sow doubt, tension, and division in the life of the chosen. A once supportive friend may suddenly start spreading discord with negative words or constant criticism. A co-worker might introduce envy and competition under the guise of well-meaning advice. These influences often appear subtly, making it difficult to pinpoint their true origin. Demons exploit the emotional weaknesses of these individuals, amplifying their fears, insecurities, and resentments to reach the chosen through them. Emotional drama and interpersonal conflicts may arise without any clear reason, generating a cycle of distraction and stress that pulls the chosen away from their spiritual focus and mission. These attacks do not always come in the form of open confrontations, but rather through small comments, negative attitudes, or actions that, when compounded, create an emotional burden that can overwhelm the chosen. The ability to discern these influences is vital to avoid falling into traps. The chosen must remain in a constant state of spiritual vigilance, especially regarding those closest to them. It is not always easy to suspect someone dear or someone who appears well-meaning, but demons rely on this proximity to ease their actions. Therefore, it is crucial for the chosen to develop the ability to bantut, detect patterns that suggest something is amiss. Careful observation of sudden changes in behavior or contradictory attitudes may signal that spiritual influences are at play. Moreover, the impact of these influences within social circles can lead the chosen to feel isolated or surrounded by negativity. This is one of the enemy's most powerful weapons, the attempt to create a sense of loneliness and discouragement, as if the chosen were in a hostile environment without allies. When these situations arise, it is important for the chosen to strengthen themselves spiritually and trust in their divine connection to maintain clarity and avoid being drawn into unnecessary conflicts. The constant practice of Daotishu. Spiritual vigilance is thus essential to navigate such situations. The chosen must be cautious when dealing with individuals who seem to act against their spiritual interests, avoiding direct confrontation and instead focusing on fortifying their spiritual protection. Maintaining a compassionate heart, yet staying vigilant, is key to preventing demonic influences rooted in social circles from interfering with the chosen's path. By their singular nature, the chosen face constant challenges throughout their journey. These challenges, far from being mere obstacles, are in fact essential opportunities for spiritual growth. Every trial faced by a chosen serves a greater purpose, acting as a divine test to strengthen their faith and refine their inner strength. These difficulties are not accidents or punishments, but part of a larger plan designed to shape and prepare the chosen for the role they have been destined to fulfill. On their path, the chosen encounter situations that test their emotional, physical, and spiritual limits. These tests are ways in which the divine Sarfot fortifies the faith of those called to a special mission. It is in moments of adversity that the chosen learn to trust more deeply in the divine presence, realizing that even in the darkest of times, they are never alone. With each challenge overcome, their connection with the divine strengthens, and their confidence in the greater purpose becomes more resolute. The Pamod trials serve to refine the inner strength, or T, of the chosen. Just as gold is refined by fire, the spirit of the chosen is purified through the difficulties they face. This process of spiritual refinement makes them more resilient, more aware of their capabilities, and, above all, better equipped to handle the future challenges that lie ahead in their mission. Every trial, no matter how arduous, imparts a valuable lesson, whether it be about patience, perseverance, or the importance of remaining steadfast in divine principles. Beyond personal growth, the chosen understand that these trials are preparations for a greater purpose. Each challenge is a step toward fulfilling a mission that extends beyond themselves. They are called to serve as living examples of faith and triumph, inspiring others through their actions and resilience. This role demands continual preparation, and the trials they endure are a fundamental part of this journey. With each challenge overcome, they draw closer to fulfilling the destiny for which they were chosen. When faced with difficulties, the chosen must recognize that they are being guided through a journey of learning and strengthening. Trials are opportunities for transformation, where the weaker aspects of their spirituality are challenged, but where they also discover the tools and wisdom to grow stronger. Spiritual growth. Through these experiences defines the trajectory of a chosen one, the ability to see beyond the pain and immediate discomfort and realize that every situation, no matter how difficult, is part of a divine plan preparing them for something greater. One of the greatest dangers faced by the chosen on their spiritual journey is demonic help disguised as good intentions. Though at first glance this assistance may seem like a quick solution to urgent challenges, it always comes with a furfuru. Help offered by demons or by negative influences masked in benevolence has but one purpose: to kidur teach as corruptur and divert the chosen from their divine path. Demons are cunning in their tactics, understanding that a direct attack may not be effective against the chosen. Instead, they often approach with offers of help during moments of greatest need. These vulnerable moments are carefully exploited, and the help offered seems to be exactly what the chosen requires to ease their struggles. Yet, behind this apparent generosity lie the hidden intentions and and sinister motives. The false promise of demonic help is always tied to a price to be paid. It is not free or selfless assistance. Its true purpose is to weaken the faith of the chosen and create a tapai-to-do dependency on these dark influences. By accepting such help, the chosen opens a door for malevolent forces to begin influencing their decisions, slowly eroding their connection to the divine. This help can manifest in various ways, ranging from solving financial problems to offering emotional relief. But in all cases, there is a mimani fornicit itranin malicious intent lurking beneath the surface. The chosen must remain constantly alert and vigilant, especially in times of great difficulty. When help seems to come from unexpected sources, it is crucial to discern its true origin. One of the demon's most common tactics is to disguise themselves as allies or friends offering easy solutions. These disguises are meticulously crafted to appear harmless, and often demons approach through those closest to the chosen, making it even harder to detect the danger. Accepting demonic help places the chosen in a vulnerable position and initiates a cycle of spiritual corruption. What initially appears to be an immediate benefit soon becomes a hidden burden, where the chosen increasingly relies on this dark influence to overcome challenges. This dependency weakens their trust in divine power and creates a spiritual disconnection, making it more difficult to return to the true path. Moreover, accepting such help tarnishes the purity of the chosen's purpose. By allowing malevolent forces into their life, the chosen compromises their mission and creates openings for negative influences. The divine purpose they were called to fulfill becomes obscured as demons manipulate their actions and thoughts, making them susceptible to greater deceptions. To avoid falling into this trap, it is essential for the chosen to turn to their faith. In times of difficulty, trusting that divine assistance will always arrive, even in unexpected ways or uncertain times. True divine help never comes with a hidden price. It is clear, pure, and without ulterior motives. Spiritual intuition is the chosen's greatest ally in detecting these malevolent influences, enabling them to recognize when an offer of help hides a sinister agenda. Demonic help, no matter how tempting it may seem, is a false promise, with the sole aim of diverting the chosen from their path. By resisting these temptations and relying solely on aid that comes from the divine, the chosen preserves their yoitam, spiritual purity, intact, and continues moving forward toward the greater purpose for which they were called. The chosen are endowed with a unique, by divine immunity, a spiritual shield that protects them against the forces of evil and their attempts at destruction. This protection is not merely symbolic, it is a real and powerful force that acts as an impenetrable barrier, ensuring that negative influences cannot penetrate their defenses. While demons and other dark forces incessantly try to affect or divert the chosen from their path, this divine shield ensures that the attacks are reflected back upon their aggressors. The Bhaites count a spiritual immunity of the chosen is a direct result of their intimate connection with the divine. It is this bond that creates an invisible yet unbreakable barrier that protects them from malicious energies, manipulation, and destructive influences. This protection shields them not only from direct assaults, but also blocks subtler attempts at corruption, such as the infiltration of negative thoughts, doubts, or fears induced by dark forces. When the chosen are aligned with their divine essence, they are nearly untouchable. In the spiritual realm, even in moments when the spiritual battle intensifies, when the forces of darkness draw near in their attempts to attack or mislead, divine immunity ensures that evil does not prevail. The chosen may be the target of multiple attacks, but their inner strength and the shield that guards them keep them steadfast. Thus, even in the most challenging situations, they emerge unscathed, their faith and purpose intact. This is the hallmark of the chosen. No matter how fierce the assault, they always rise stronger, more connected, and more aware of their role in the divine plan. This divine protection also ensures that the spiritual enemies of the chosen do not escape the consequences of their actions. When they attempt to attack the chosen, demons and other evil forces suffer the direct repercussion of their failed efforts. The negative energy they direct at the chosen is reflected back onto them, leading to their own downfall. It is as if every attempt to corrupt or harm a chosen one returns with doubled force upon their enemies, causing their actions to result in their own destruction. This cycle of cause and effect reinforces the spiritual principle that evil cannot triumph over those who walk with the divine. The chosen are protected so completely that any attempt to harm them results in damage to those who dare to challenge them. This dynamic is not merely a reflection of divine protection, but also a testament to the spiritual justice that governs the universe. Those who rise against the chosen, whether directly or indirectly, inevitably face the consequences of their actions, falling before the relentless power of good. The divine immunity of the chosen does not make them invulnerable to challenges, but it guarantees that, regardless of the difficulties they encounter, evil can never truly touch them. Each spiritual battle fought serves as a reminder that the chosen are under the protection of a higher force, a light that repels all darkness and ensures that, in the end, the chosen not only prevail, but continue fulfilling their divine purpose, while their enemies suffer the repercussions of their malicious deeds. This immunity is, therefore, an expression of the divine power operating through the chosen, ensuring that, no matter the obstacles that arise, light will always prevail over darkness, and those who walk in the shadows will face their own downfall. The mere presence of a chosen one has a profound and undeniable impact on the spiritual realm. Each chosen individual carries within them a spiritual authority that transcends the physical plane, radiating a light that intimidates and instills fear in demonic forces. This power is not only perceived by those who share the same faith, but especially by dark entities who, upon recognizing this light, understand they are in the presence of an impenetrable force. The presence of the chosen serves as a constant reminder that divine light prevails and that any attempt at deviation or attack will be futile. The forces of darkness, fully aware of the special connection the chosen have with the divine, retreat in the face of their presence. This respect and fear are not voluntary but inevitable, as demons comprehend the immense power manifested through the chosen. When a chosen one enters any space, whether physical or spiritual, the atmosphere shifts. The air changes, negative energies dissipate, and even though these entities may not be visible, the demonic forces feel the weight of this powerful light. To them, the chosen is a being to be feared, not for their physical strength, but for the depth of their diet's connection to the divine, which elevates them to a spiritual level unreachable by malevolent forces. This powerful influence is a direct reflection of the divine forms, divine protection, that surrounds the chosen. They carry with them a spiritual shield, sits wherever they go, affecting not only the energies around them but also those who attempt to confront them. Demons, upon sensing this presence, hesitate to act directly, knowing that any attack will be futile, and that their efforts will likely result in negative consequences for themselves. The spiritual authority of the chosen does not need to be spoken. It is felt. Their mere existence symbolizes resistance to darkness and a commitment to a greater good. As they move through the world, the chosen continually reinforce this dynamic, becoming beacons of light that not only repel evil, but also inspire and guide others. They serve as keepers of truth, protecting not just themselves, but also those around them who benefit from their spiritual protection and influence in the unseen world. Moreover, the presence of the chosen poses a brief threat to the plans of demonic forces, which constantly seek to corrupt souls and spread chaos. When they encounter a chosen one, these forces realize their ability to operate is severely restricted, as the light emanating from a chosen one reveals and exposes their actions. Rather than acting freely, they are forced to retreat or hide, aware that they are in the presence of a spiritual entity that is aligned with the divine, and shielded by a higher authority. To demons, the presence of a chosen one is a constant reminder of their own powerlessness before the divine. They recognize that, no matter how much they try, the spiritual connection. Protecting the chosen renders them invulnerable to their traps. This influence is not merely a passive shield, it is an active force that transforms the environment, weakening evil forces and rendering their efforts ineffective. Thus, the mere presence of a chosen one sends a clear message. Light always triumphs over darkness. And demons, despite their resistance, know they are facing a battle they cannot win. This spiritual impact that the chosen exert on the world around them is not a burden, but a responsibility. They are called not only to protect themselves but also to serve as bastions of light, using their presence to transform environments, expose evil, and inspire others to follow the path of truth. When someone attempts to challenge or harm a chosen one, they immediately trigger divine justice. The force that protects the chosen does not allow evil to prevail, and any attempt at spiritual attack or manipulation results in inevitable consequences. For the offenders, this justice is not mere retribution, but a divine mechanism that ensures the order and triumph of good over evil. Those who dare to challenge the chosen, whether through direct actions or subtle influences, will sooner or later face spiritual punishment. Demonic forces and even human individuals who, knowingly or unknowingly, allow themselves to be influenced by negative energies feel the weight of divine retaliation. The malicious energy sent against a chosen one ends up being reflected back to its source, intensified by the power of the light that shields the chosen. This cycle of justice guarantees that, regardless of the magnitude of the threat or the power of the dark forces, evil will never prevail. Divine justice serves as an unrelenting reminder that any attempt to harm a chosen one will result in the destruction of the instigator. This action is not limited to the spiritual realm. Often, the reflections of divine justice can be observed in the physical lives of those who rise against a chosen one, manifesting as difficulties, losses, and conflicts that arise directly as consequences of their actions. This return is a clear sign that good is protected by a higher force, and that the chosen are guarded with vigilant care by this divine justice that operates both in the spiritual and material planes. The chosen carry within them an inextinguishable light. This light is the manifestation of the divine within them, a force that guides and protects them at all times, especially in the face of adversity and spiritual attacks. In recognition of this gift, the chosen are called to live with confidence, knowing that their mission and journey are divinely protected. Nothing can extinguish them, and nothing can divert them from the path established for them, as long as they remain aligned with the truth and the light entrusted to them. In addition to confidence, it is essential that the chosen live with wisdom and discernment. The path may be fraught with obstacles and traps, often disguised as good intentions. However, with the gift of discernment, the chosen can navigate safely through these difficulties, recognizing what is a true threat and what is an opportunity for spiritual growth. Wisdom will help them make choices aligned with their purpose, and discernment will protect them from temptations and negative influences that seek to divert their attention. This call to action invites the chosen to embrace their mission with a firm heart and a clear mind, always remembering that they are not alone. The divine protection that accompanies them is eternal, ensuring that they will continue to illuminate the world around them, no matter the forces that try to bring them down. Their light, aligned with divine justice and wisdom, will shine even brighter amid the darkness, guiding others on the path of truth. Ultimately, the chosen are guardians of an eternal truth, and their role in the world is essential for maintaining the balance between good and evil. Living with confidence, wisdom, and discernment is what will allow them to fully fulfill this role, knowing that no force of darkness can ever overpower the light they carry within. Keep in mind that you're not alone on this path. Many others share similar experiences and are also striving to understand and fulfill their purpose. If this message has inspired you and you want to help us spread God's word, please click subscribe and share this video with 3 friends who need to see it. Thank you for joining us in this significant endeavor.